All right, we're still here on vacation in lovely Sanibel, Florida, and you can see behind me we have a tennis court here at the resort we're staying at. I'm not exactly the world's biggest, greatest tennis player, but it's a sport. It's something that you have to either you're going to choose to be a spectator and watch other people play the game, or you're going to get in the stand out of the stands into the game. When we talk about applying God's word, either you're going to be a spectator and just read some things in God's word and go, that's interesting, or you're going to get in the game and do something with it. I think God would much rather us do something with what we're learning than just watch it and go, that's nice, and move on with our lives, okay? So today, as we talk about being doers of the word, we're going to talk about making a specific action step to get you out of the stands and into the game. We're glad you're here. So when we talk about having a specific action step, I mean exactly what those three words are. Specific action step. So specific. Whenever you've found some principles from God's Word in your interpretation phase, when you've kind of figured out, okay, here's some things that it's saying, and here's what it means, now it's time to start asking, what do I do with it? And you need to find something specific, okay? So not just, I'm going to pray more, or I'm going to help people more, or I'm going to be a nice person, okay? Those are great things. We want you to pray. We want you to be a nice person. Want you to help people, be good. Those are good things, but they're very vague, right? How do you be a nicer person? Who are you going to be nicer to? It's kind of vague, right? So it's better to be specific, okay? So when you found a few things that God is saying to you, find a way to apply it to your life that is very specific, okay? Like, okay, I read this passage about prayer. Now, here's how I'm going to apply it. I'm going to pray at this time every day. I'm going to set aside this many minutes, specifically, okay? Don't just, I'm going to pray more, okay? Set up exact kind of guidelines for what that looks like. Because a lot of times, if we don't have those guidelines, we don't actually do them, right? If we're not specific enough, if we're kind of vague, then we don't know how to act on it. So what's better than just saying, I'm going to pray more, is, okay, we're talking about this 5-minute journey with Jesus every day. I'm going to spend my 5 minutes every day, starting at 8 o'clock every morning. That's my time every day, prayer and reading God's Word. Just 5 minutes a day. Not a huge commitment, but set that appointment, set that reminder in your cell phone. Make it something where you say, every day at this time, this is what I'm going to do. That's a specific action step. Another example would be, instead of saying I'm going to be a better, a nicer person, say, okay, who is somebody I haven't been exactly nice to? Where are some places where I need to make reparations and fix things, Maybe there's somebody out there that you see that's vulnerable, kind of on the outskirts, and that they're marginalized. And you say, I'm going to reach out to that person and show them love, okay? So be specific, okay? Instead of, I'm going to be a nicer person, who do you need to be nice to, And who do you need to reach out to? And specifically, by name, and how are you going to do that, okay? So when we talk about specific action step, today the word is specific, okay? Tomorrow we'll talk about action, okay? So it's a different thing, but specific, okay? Don't be vague, okay? Because that helps you apply God's word better, okay? It helps you to be a doer, not a hearer only, okay? James is a great book that talks about this, so if you want to study the book of James on your own, if you're looking for those 5 minutes with Jesus and try to figure out what book to study, James is awesome. One of the things he says is, let's say you have a person who's poor, they're struggling, they don't have enough clothes, they don't have enough food, and you go up to them and you say, man, I hope you have a good day, I hope you're warm and fed, and you leave. Does that do anything to actually help them? No. Those are just empty words, right? If you really wanted to help that person, you would give them food. You'd give them a blanket, right? You would act on those words. So when we talk about faith being active, faith without works being dead, that's exactly what we're talking about, is find a specific way to follow up your words with action. So today the phrase is specific, okay? You found some truths, you found some principles in God's Word that you can apply to your life. Now apply them to your life. And make a goal. Today I'm going to do this, okay? All right, tomorrow we're going to talk about action steps. So a little more on this tomorrow. Thanks for watching these videos. We'll see you then.